Hello and welcome to KidLife Small Talk on location. In the garden.
A little breezy.
This is the weekly show for parents and servants where we talk about everything happening in kid life. Melissa, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Other than being like windblown
it feels so breezy and beautiful outside.
So other than it being bright and us squinting a little more, just trust us. This is like the nicest weather. Cool breeze and the bright sunlight and the clouds.
Yeah.
It looks like a screensaver, and I told you whenever I was setting it up, it looks like this is like green screen for some reason because the background pops so much compared to the foreground. It is not. It is real. All right. So, Melissa.
Yes.
What is interesting, important, or fun that's happened in the last week?
Well, we wrapped up our Wednesday nights. Last Wednesday was a lot of fun at KidLife Discipleship. We had a fun night of worship. We had a few games and activities. We got to go outside and play kickball and prize night. And I just feel like it was a fun energy for the night. It was a really good way to close out the semester. So
yeah, it really was. We had a lot of fun too. And we were talking about sharing the gospel in class, and we kind of had a moment. Like I was sharing my testimony with Parker. I kind of used him as an example. And when we were done with it, one of the kids even commented like, wow, that got like really serious for a moment. Just one of those odd things where I guess the Spirit was at work. So it was a good Wednesday night. And then we got to play kickball outside and had a lot of fun after that too.
Yeah,
so
it was fun.
Fun night.
Popsicle treats and all of it. So it was good. Lots of fun.
So what's coming up this Wednesday night, Melissa?
Nothing. I'm going to be home.
Yes.
Resting, and it's going to be great.
Resting up for VBS and kids camp.
So many things gearing up. So yeah, this week don't come. We're all gonna take the next few months off of Kid Life and this Wednesday nights, and
this summer rhythm, it's kind of came on us really fast.
It did.
Like I couldn't really believe when we got to the end of the year that like, wait, it's May, we're almost finished.
Well, Sunday mornings I write like the posts out to parents of like what we're talking about. And I Googled how many days till June 8th, and it said 21, and I thought, oh, that's 3 weeks away! Like, oh no! So 3 weeks till BBS.
And August will be here before we know it, and we'll be back in the saddle. But we're in our summer rhythm right now. But Sunday is still happening. What's happening
is still happening. So this Sunday, we're meeting for 3 services. It's our last Sunday before we head out to the garden. So in our classrooms, we're going to be studying from 1 Samuel chapter 7, talking about freedom from the Philistines is the title of our lesson.
And this story is really kind of picking up where last week's left off. The Philistines are still oppressing the Israelites. They've returned the ark, but the Israelites are still feeling the weight of the Philistines on them. And they come to Samuel, and Samuel basically tells them, like, are you serious about this? Are you really gonna seek God? And so they have to repent and do a lot of things that go along with repentance. And then God gives them freedom from the Philistines. And not finally, because we still haven't got to Goliath and that whole chapter yet, but he gives them a period of freedom from the Philistines. And it's a great picture of how when you feel oppressed by sin, or when one feels oppressed by sin, it can feel impossible to be freed from it. And Samuel says, if you're really willing to turn your hearts to God, he will free you from this. And that's a really great picture. So I'm excited to be teaching that this week. What about upcoming events, Melissa?
Well, do we want to go in order? That helps my brain.
Yeah, let's do that.
Not in the order of what you wrote down.
Do it in the order you want to go in.
Okay. Family picnic, Life Point picnic is coming up on June 1st. So this Sunday, we're 3 services inside. The next Sunday, a week from Sunday, we're out here in the garden. We're here for worship in the garden. And then immediately after service, we will have our family picnic. So there is an event posted on Realm for it, so you can RSVP. That is going to help us plan for food, because we're planning on having barbecue sandwiches and snow cones and treats and all kinds of fun things. So
you're telling me there's going to be barbecue? There's going to be snow cones? Mm-hmm. Are there going to be, I don't know, bounce houses?
Oh yeah, 3 of them.
Is there going to be any kind of like an outdoor athletic activity like basketball or pickleball?
Tony is planning a tournament And we're actually going to let the tournament be inside because we have a basketball goal, so why not? And then we're going to have some cornhole set up and are we doing pickleball?
I'll have my pickleball net set up.
Okay.
So yes, we will.
And then
Promises.
lots of fun things. So it's going to be a fun time. Just fellowship with one another. We're all going to be in service together and worship in the garden, and then we just get to go directly into a time of just fun and community. So
Yeah, and just a reminder: bring lawn chairs, bring blankets for your kids to sit on if they don't want to have a chair. We'll have some coloring sheets for them. All ages are welcome, so newborns, toddlers.
And don't think like my kid's going to be too fidgety. Like all the kids are going to be fidgety, and that is part of what makes it so fun. So
Yes.
we're all just out together enjoying worship together. So
Yeah, enjoying what God has created.
yeah, and we have such a beautiful space here. We're staring over like the overlook here, and it's just the best. I just love being out here. So
Yeah.
June
See you
1st, RSVP.
Let's talk about Promotion Sunday.
Oh, that's out of order, but sure. Yeah.
Well, that's the next thing, right before camp.
VBS is
VBS. I don't have VBS on here.
Let's
Goof. Put it in the blooper reel.
How dare you?
Let's talk about VBS.
Okay, VBS. So we are less than 3 weeks away. We have 100 kids signed up so far. I would love to have 50 more. I mean, we got space, so keep signing up. Don't hesitate to sign up. We have a ton of servants that have agreed to sign up and serve, and I'm just so excited about what is happening and how it's all coming together. So
Yeah, so if you've completed 5th grade, sign up. If you are 3 and potty trained, sign up. If you're in between those ages, sign up. And then if you're 6th grade, sign up to serve.
Yep.
If you've completed 6th grade. And if you're older than completed 6th grade, sign up to serve.
Tony is going to be leading the elementary activities, and so the student life can help him with activities, or you can sign up to be a crew leader where you get matched with an adult, and then you are paired with a group of kids and get to spend the evenings getting them through their evening. So
And since this is everything that's happening with servants in KidLife, it's a little inside information. If you're not a servant, just mute your audio for about 10 seconds or so.
Wow, what's happening?
If you are a servant at VBS, we're going to have a little rally beforehand.
Yes.
We're going to have some Italian cream sodas, some other snacks. There might be a chocolate fountain. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Last year's was a lot of fun. All right.
That's June 8th, right after service.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So if you're a parent, you can unmute the sound now. You don't need to pay attention to the last 10 or 15
Or
seconds.
if that sounded fun, then you should
Yes,
join
or
us.
just sign up. And then,
You should join us.
and if you listen to it, even though you knew you weren't going to serve, well, you just signed yourself up because the honor system applies. We got you. That's how we get you.
And it's so fun to serve. I don't want there to be that stigma of it's hectic, it's chaotic, the kids are, so crazy. It's we are joining them in their energy to teach them about Jesus. And I think there's no greater thing to spend your energy on.
And the people who have been doing the planning, the meeting for the last couple months and getting everything going, we're the ones that get the crazy part. The servants that have signed up to serve, you just plug in and run the playbook.
It's all done for you.
It's so easy.
Nothing you got to plan or prepare
We lost
for.
sleep so that you don't have to. Actually, Melissa did. I just showed up to meetings and did what I was told. Sometimes very, very at the last minute.
It's fine. It's fine. So it's going to be
VBS,
great. Sign
it is
up
great.
and count down the days. We are counting down the days. Erica's going to start posting countdowns. We are excited. So join us in that.
Kayla, I'll get that to you. Don't worry. I'll get you that stuff I'm supposed to get you. What's next?
Okay.
Since I don't know what order anything is.
We're going to talk about Kids Camp.
Let's talk about Kids Camp.
Kids Camp. Kids Camp is the last week in July. Feels like a long ways away, but VBS came quick, so I'm sure that Kids Camp will too. July 28th through 31st. We leave on a Monday and come back on a Thursday.
I just paid for the bus, so we need to fill that thing up.
Yeah. And we have some fun leaders who want to come. We're excited about that. And then we just need to fill the bus. We want the kids to come. So,
and they can sign up on Realm, and we're kind of previewing a different aspect of Kids Camp this week. Last week we talked about chicken.
A very specific
this week
detail.
we thought we'd broaden a little bit to the free time and the activities that the kids get to do. So they have, over the years, they've done a lot of different things. Some of the things we know that they're doing this year, some of the things it's like, well, they did it last year and the year before that, so we're pretty sure.
Yeah.
So like they can sign up to do jelly ball, or which is like paintball but with the little jelly beads that don't make a mess. They can shoot, like they've got a trap shooting range and a target shooting range, and it's very supervised. They're not just handing the kids guns and telling them go have fun. So that part's fun. And the zip line, the big zip line.
That's for the 6th graders.
And it is really big.
Going into 6th grade, yeah.
And I don't think I have yet, like every year that I go, I'll talk to kids and ask, have you been on a zip line before? And some of them say no, and some of them say yes. And if they say yes, I ask them, is this the biggest zip line you've been on? And I don't think I've ever heard them say, oh no, I've been on a bigger zip line.
Yeah.
I think it's always the biggest zip line.
Elliot's got her eye on it this year. She
Yes.
is so excited for
And
it.
the zip line is kind of a 6th grade only rite of
Going
passage.
into 6th grade, yeah.
So if you're the oldest kid at camp, you get to do the zip line. There's a frontier zone where they can do target practice
Axe
with
throwing.
bow and arrow and axe throwing, and there's a slingshot, I think, is the other thing. That's very supervised. There is, all of those things cost, horseback riding they've done, so you can ride a horse on a little trail ride.
For Elliot last summer.
That was Josie's favorite thing too. Those are the things that cost money. They cost between like $7 and $25 or so, and we'll get the prices to you once we get to our parent meeting.
That'll be at our parent meeting, yeah.
The things that don't cost money are the slide, which is the water slide that it's also really tall. It's like maybe half a football field. It's on a hillside, so you get going down there like 5 or 10 or 15 seconds. And I think about 15 years ago trademarked the Hasselhoff slide, which is the torpedo slide on your belly with your head facing forward.
Oh,
it is
terrifying.
maximum speed, minimum aerodynamic drag, maximum hydraulic plane. You go down that slide really
I feel
fast.
like you should insert a video here of
I think there might be a
Jonas or
video
Archie
in
or
here,
Harvey or somebody,
of someone going down the
okay.
slide. And then the courts, they've got like basketball courts and volleyball courts and tetherball poles and gaga ball pits. And so all around the camp there are things for the kids to do. And really that's some of the most fun, is when it's just you and the kids in your cabin, and you've got 15 minutes before worship or whatever, and you get a game of 9 square going or a game of tetherball going, and it's really fun.
Every day the kids are allotted free time. So this isn't all day. It's like a designated part of the day that they get to pick what they want to do specifically, and they get to sign up for it and make a plan, and that's like they're taking initiative in their day. So.
The other thing that, of course, the kids love this is the wagon wheel, which is the name of their little gift shop and snack bar. So for a few dollars, you can they've got these fancy drinks, and they've got slushes and sodas and mixes and flavors and stuff. Yeah, and candy. So, whatever money you spend with your kids, they're going to blow it in the wagon wheel. Don't expect them to come back with money left over. And then this year
they're doing something new. So Henderson Hills, who we partner with, they are leading 3 more activities. So the kids can choose to be part of a drama where they go and they learn something that's been written, and they get to act it out, and they get to learn their parts and act it out. They can do a cooking time where they go and they get to learn different recipes and try out what they cook. Or they can join a worship band lesson where they get to team up with the guy who leads worship for the week, and they get to sing or play a drum or play guitar to a song. And then I think they actually get to perform those things in front of everybody. So they're adding those in just as a special free time thing. So.
And it makes me almost feel bad that my girls that have already been to camp didn't get to sign up for that when they were kids, because Josie would have done all 3. It would have pained her to choose between those 3 things. Elsie would have loved doing the cooking and the worship. And so it just sounds like I'm really glad that they've added even more than what they've been doing in the past.
And if your kid attended last year, it was a very high energy week of camp. There was, it was, what is the race called?
The Amazing Race.
It was Amazing Race themed, and so they ran every day lots of running, and
Yes.
they've made it very clear that this is going to be a very slowed down version of camp,
Yeah.
to kind of reset a little bit. So it's going to not be as intense, maybe. So
It'll be a lower impact, more relaxed camp. And then maybe in a couple years it'll be a marathon. We'll all run a marathon.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's ebbs and flows.
So to sign up, find that post on Realm. Erica has it pinned. If you go to events, it's pinned at the top. So you can click on that. You're going to sign up through LifePoint first, and then it'll send you links to sign up through Henderson Hills. And that just goes through all of the, like, what is the word I'm looking for? The permission to let your
The waivers.
The waivers, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a couple steps you have to go through, and it's all just to ensure we know the best way to care for your child while they're at camp. So,
Right.
yeah, and there is a way to put a down payment down whenever you're paying, and then we ask for all payment to be due 2 weeks prior before we leave for camp. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Hey, Melissa, is there anything else coming up this week?
There is. So this week on Thursday, we went really out of order in our events. This Thursday, Little's Play Day, 10 a.m. here at the church. We're going to cone off part of the parking lot, bring bikes, bring scooters. We're going to have popsicles and treats and snacks for the kids, and moms can talk and kids can play, and it's going to be awesome. So
And what age is that for?
birth through kindergarten.
Birth through
But
kindergarten.
if you have an older sibling, bring them. It's fine.
This is what happens when I don't attend production meetings. I get everything out of order. That's fine.
So that's this Thursday, 10 a.m.
This Thursday, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
All right. This is the time where we learn a little bit more about KidLife. And so, Melissa, the question this week: what is your favorite flower or plant?
Okay. I think a lot of people who know me probably know the answer to this, but it's a daisy. A daisy. So,
Daisy.
first of all, let me go way back. If you've ever watched You've Got Mail, which is my favorite movie,
It is a really good movie.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks brings her a bouquet of daisies when she's sick, and she's like, "Aren't daisies just the friendliest flower?" Anyways, so me and my sister had a thing about that part of the movie, and so then she really liked daisy flowers, and then I really liked daisies, and so then when she passed away, like now daisies are like how I remember her, and then it's just
That's great.
daisies are my favorite. So
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick a favorite flower or plant, but one of my favorites is calendula. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it
Wow.
right. Flowers.
never heard of that.
The seeds are pretty easy to collect, and so while I was on a mission trip recently, the pastor was growing some flowers, and I saw that one of the had gone to seed, one of the blooms, and so I collected the seeds from it, snuck them home in my pocket, and planted them, and now I've got flowers from
Stole them?
from no, I got his permission.
Oh, okay.
So flowers from one of our not one of our impact partners, but someone with whom we have shared
Yeah,
the
in that
work
mission
of
trip, that's really
missions.
cool.
And so I'm growing some and going to share some with the people that are on our trip with us. So we really like flowers in our family too.
Yeah.
Flowers are a nice thing. Yeah. So.
I feel like we need to say, because people are wondering, Kit does not have chest hair coming out of his shirt.
I do have chest hair coming out of my shirt. But this is not it.
fuzzy
I'm not
caterpillar.
being attacked by a tribble. It's not something my doctor needs to look at. It's not a hairpiece
Every now
that got
and then I
really
just
out
looked
of
over and I
place.
thought, maybe we should clarify.
Yeah, I'm running out of things that, it's not black mold. We don't have a serious black mold issue on
It's
the
just
set.
because it's windy.
It's
So
because it's windy, and these are the wind screens that we use, so
we're fancy.
fancy.
Sorry, closed it on a high note there.
Well, Melissa, is there anything else that we need to tell the people before we let them go?
I really think we've talked too much. So
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you have any questions or comments or advisories for mental health that we could pursue, you can email us at khouse@lifepointozark.com. Until then, I've been Kit. This has been Melissa.
Yep.
We will see you next time.
Bye.